before the pyramids. Before Stonehenge, we built Gobeklitepe. Structures so old, so monumental, they're changing our understanding of the ancient world. On the edge of the Fertile Crescent, the cradle of civilization, in southeastern Turkey, massive limestone pillars rise into the air. These multi-ton blocks once formed majestic, open-air enclosures. They were erected nearly 12,000 years ago, during the New Stone Age, when humans still lived as hunter-gatherers. Before Gobeklitepe, we thought the invention of agriculture sparked our great transformation to civilization and religion. But this site predates agriculture, turning that theory on its head. Gobeklitepe covers an area of 12 football pitches. In the small fraction of the site excavated so far, archaeologists have discovered layers of structures spanning more than 1,000 years. The most majestic enclosures are some of the oldest. They're alive with mysterious symbols and the images of wild animals. At the center of each, two large megaliths, some 6 meters in height, with curious human-like features. It must have been a massive undertaking, requiring hundreds of workers who came from afar to build. But how did they use these mysterious structures? Examining the artifacts, a new theory begins to emerge, opening a unique window into our very early spiritual world. The human-like pillars may represent gods. Animals may be totems or protectors. And a vulture-like bird lifting what could be a disembodied head into the air may hint at ritualized sky burials. The evidence points to Gobeklitepe as the world's first known sanctuary. Multiple temples built over the course of more than 1,000 years, forming an ancient cult center, bringing people from across the region together for worship. If so, the people who built and worshipped here would have needed a steady supply of food. And perhaps, out of this demand, agriculture was born. Worship may have given rise to agriculture, not the other way around. It's a groundbreaking notion, and one that puts Gobeklitepe and faith at the beginning of our wondrous journey to civilization. Gobeklitepe, the 0 point in time.
Some 12,000 years ago, our hunter-gatherer ancestors were drawn to this location. Back then, in the Neolithic period, the lands of Mesopotamia were an absolute paradise. Just imagine trees, fields, rivers, and wild animals as far as the eye can see. Here, they built something so incredible and complex that it completely changed our perception of these prehistoric people. Years before the construction of the pyramids and Stonehenge, in a time when society didn't exist and people roamed the wilderness without a home, they came together at Gobeklitepe and constructed what archaeologists believe is the world's first temple. In our history lessons, we learned that people first created agriculture, followed by societies, and finally religion. The discovery of Gobeklitepe is so monumental because it shows us that people actually came together for religion, with societies and agriculture coming later. They didn't have domesticated animals, crops to harvest, or even metal to help them shape the limestone. They built these megalithic structures with their bare hands and a few basic tools made of flint. Gobeklitepe consists of T-shaped pillars in a circular formation, creating rooms for rituals or worship. Various geometric patterns, along with human and animal depictions, can be observed on the stelae. This is Structure D, the best preserved of the ruins uncovered in Gobeklitepe. With two large T-shaped stelae in the center, the structure is surrounded by 12 smaller stelae. Since we can't get any closer to this original, I'm headed to the Sanliurfa Archaeology Museum, where there's a detailed replica on display. That way, I can experience the full structure and the pillars up close and personal. Various geometric patterns, along with human and animal depictions, are seen on the stelae. Wild animals, untamed cattle, and raging bulls are thought to be the initial forms of mythological elements continued throughout the centuries to follow. We have so much more to learn from Gobeklitepe about the birth of societies, architecture, religion, art, farming, and engineering. Or in other words, the building blocks of our lives today. Stay tuned. Up next, we'll further investigate this extraordinary location inscribed on the UNESCO World Heritage List. This time, from a culinary perspective.